per bit rate, and I don't remember if it's higher means better or lower means better. I can't remember.
I think higher just means it uses more internet. I know that much.
Right, and Twitch is also having some issues too, so it
Yeah.
makes sense really.
I couldn't connect to watch LCS earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The right game, so.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. So we'll if it continues to happen on that end, we'll just say it's Twitch making the problem, and then we'll just kind of like cut it off from there, and then you guys don't have to cast. All right, that's the plan.
All right,
Good luck, everybody.
We're back online, guys. Sorry about that. Stream issues.
Good luck, you guys.
Hopefully the microphone problem is fixed.
A few streaming issues here and there, but we're loading right back into the action. Didn't miss too much. Rift Herald taken on the side of Always Hostile here. A few flashes blown left and right, but regardless, we're jumping right back into this. Rift Herald and the bomb's gonna blow up the turret of ESG as Always Hostile continue the push. 2,000 gold lead, 18.5 minutes in. Oh, taken out of the elastic slingshot. Death sentence does not land though. A well-placed flight by GBDA Kid may have been just exactly what they need to get the kill, but now they need to get out as the rest of Always Hostile look to try and get a stun onto somebody, which they cannot find just yet. Elastic slingshot number 2 does find the target. Let's bounce in and towards him. It's going to be the target that's going to be Thresh. He'll be taken down by Kaisermore as the target ulti keeps them healthy and alive. BJ doing damage though. He's able to pick up 1 kill, able to pick up almost a second. Alamanic way too close for comfort. Goes down, taken out. Kaisermore is in trouble now. Hill might be able to find the blast cone to get out. Does not choose to use it as Drakar gets taken out by Sivian. The chain is not going to be able to lock up.
Maltix is
really here, but a little bit of flash taunt flashed away on the side of Digital Monster. Finds another tether and is able to find out. Chaos left and right, but it's a 2-for-1.
Yeah, Maltix doesn't have a lot of damage right now in the game because he rushed the Maul of Mount Mortius. Or not the Maul, the Sterix Grass. Whatever it's called, yeah, Sterix. Yeah, Sterix Gauge, my bad. And instead of getting the Sheen, or at least the Sheen, his abilities do no damage. His auto attacks don't even hurt anybody. He doesn't have any attack speed or AP to back up his auto attacks. So Kaiser able to survive that last fight was because of Maltix not having a single ounce of damage.
Indeed, perhaps going for that health sustainability over damage with the Eternity Force or Blade of Kuruin King that he may have needed. We're looking at some numbers and items here on the side of Always Hostile. They have a Thornmail and a jungle item on the side of Zac, Cinderhulk, Infinity Edge and Zeal here as well, but they go for the turret dive. They're going to be able to lock up the members of ESG as they pick up 1 kill and a turret. Sivian forced to ulti away. We're going to see how well they can ult here as they push onto the turret. JBDA looks for the hook, cannot find it. ESG stays strong on the push, can find the stun onto its JBDA Kid. They're not going to stop this push though. Or they are as they slowly decide to back off. As of this moment, both mid laners are actually doing pretty well in terms of the score. Almost relatively equal in farm, just a waves difference, 21 minutes in. Not too big. 4-0-1 for Karma, 3-1-2 for Ari. As we continue to have more and more team fights like this, do you think it's going to be in favor of the Karma with their team winning? Or do you think the Ari is going to be able to sneak and make a play?
I think if they don't insta-burst the Ari, when she uses her ultimate to try and make a pick onto Animaniac, the Ari will be able to just destroy Tristana, but if they do insta-burst, it'll definitely go to Always Hostile. As Ari is one of the 2 people that is super far ahead on ESG.
See how it plays out in the long run. Roof turret's been off the board and it's done work for Always Hostile here. Turret count 3-2 though, so it can go either way as the majority of Always Hostile are positioned on the top half of the map, maybe looking to get themselves another turret, but they smell the fly on ESG. They're gonna try and find some damage on the Kaisermore, but he's able to slice out quickly out of danger. Plastic Slingshot charge, is it gonna land though? Yes it is. It's gonna force the flash immediately out of Maltex, but the fight still continues. Let's Bounce is gonna be able to knock in one man, but the health bars are low on the side of Always Hostile. The target comes through, but it doesn't block a whole lot of damage. Kaisermore having to get up, but hit by the chain of corruption and the death sentence. He'll be going down as the first victim in the fight. One up for ESG.
ESG turning around that Zac engage and picking up a kill. Very well played by them, and now they're going to be able to push top lane in and maybe even try and force a Baron. They do have the Varus with the Bork and the Irelia with her very little true damage, which will be enough.
She has the Sheen as well, one of those key components. Flash away on the side of its tits, not wanting to get hit by one of JBDA Kid's death sentences. They're gonna back off, maybe go back in. Probably not. They have the Baron on the table to do it. 4 men strong, 5 men strong here.
And it does look like they're gonna be trying to get some more ward coverage around the Baron. But with Jack Dental recalling, same with Maltix, this could open it up for Always Hostile to try and take that Baron quickly with 3 people recalling and the Ahri getting ready to recall too.
Absolutely. Looking at the CS numbers, even in the top lane, a little skewed in the jungle in the favor of Jackie Dintel. Just about fair enough in the mid lane, and just about dead even for the AD carries here. As we transition in towards the late game, it's naturally going to favor Tristana more, with her having that late game damage, late game burst. She's going to rip through the members of ESG and the turrets as well here. What do you think, if you're ESG, what do you do to shut that down?
You try and set up the 1-3-1 with the double teleports, having your jungle in bot lane, trying to push out mid lane, and have the Irelia and Ahri.
JPDA Kid might be in a little bit of trouble. It manages to fly away the elastic slingshot. A little bit of damage trade back and forth, but so far no kills, as the second time the JPDA Kid has been able to fly away the Zac jump and get away at the same time.
Without even having to burn his flash. Places the flay in the perfect spot, not having one of those fat finger moments where he flays sideways instead of flaying the Zac away.
A lot of confident stuff coming out of the members of ESG here, despite being down in gold, down in kills. They are up in the Dragon department though, so and they're looking to get their next one as it spawns in 10 seconds.
The next one is a second Infernal Dragon. If ESG does pick that up, that does help their late game power with full tank Gragas. Not getting as much out of it as the
Elastic Slingshot's actually gonna get cancelled. The cast knocks them back into the death sentence. They're gonna try and blow up EJ on this one, but they're not gonna be able to. His Kaisermore is taken out. But on the other half as well, Maltix gets taken out, taken low. Another death sentence lands from JBDA Kid to almost secure a kill on towards Zac eventually, but Digital Monster's doing damage on the back. Automatic jumps in, picks up 1, picks up 2 eventually. Slowly but surely gets taken out by the Orbit Deception. BJ doing his best to try and clean up, but it's a 2 for 5, and the Infernal Dragon going over to Always Hostile.
The Drakar's Let's Bounce was insanely well placed there. Bringing 2, I believe maybe 3 people back into Always Hostile, allowing them to get instantly blown up there. BJ does play it safe though, and does take out Kaisermore when he tried to raid boss the backline.
Indeed. Good stuff coming in here on the side of Always Hostile though. They find themselves a 3,500 gold lead. 27 minutes into the game, they neutralized the Infernal Dragons with one of their own. Baron still up on the table for either team if they so choose to take it just yet. However, currently the division advantage is in favor of ESG. Both teams slowly positioning for that. JBDA is gonna find Kaiser. Nothing's gonna happen of it just yet though. Both teams fighting for vision over here now.
We do see Karma still going for that aggressive build, which in the mid game will be a lot stronger than the supportive build, but come late game, her damage output won't be as strong as the Ari, who's able to get out that massive amount of true damage and is able to burst an ADC.
So, a little bit of action back and forth. Both teams staring each other down, waiting for the first one to make a mistake. Charm is not able to reach from Sivian, so that will not be a pick onto Kaiser. Position advantage, though, currently in favor of Always Hostile. They have reclaimed Division War. There's a little ward at the back that doesn't spot any of the members. A brand new ward right there as well, so that will give them the information they need. Plastic Slingshot charged, but cancelled.
Right now, Always Hostile does have the ward coverage on the Baron, and that pink ward does, I believe it spots out, yes it does spot out that normal ward, and if they don't touch that normal ward, they could sneak the Baron in very quickly. Having a Tristana and Karma.
Safe and sorry though, and they look for the pit with the Chain of the Corruption. They land the Charm as well. Can they blow Kaiser up before the Target ulti lands? No, they can't, which means JBDA Kid's in trouble, and he may well go down first. Explosive Kiss knocks Animatic right into the team as Let's Bounce knocks two of the members of ESG over the wall. That means the Zach's in trouble. It's going to be a double kill for BJ.
And
ESG bounce back.
To take down that Baron very quickly. They do have the Mountain Dragon, which will help with that. They're going to first sweep out, get rid of all the wards they do have around that Always Hostile has. They're going to start up this Baron, and they should be able to take it unless Digital Monster can get there with a Monster Cube.
Does not look like the members are able to contest. That's the Baron going over to ESG. The gold neutralizes itself now. The Dragons near even. The turrets almost near even. ESG are slowly regaining ground. There's only 600 gold deficit at this point in the game.
Definitely the Baron giving them that nice little buffer of gold, allowing them to back, get their items. Varus had built the GA instead of getting the Infinity Edge first. But he does pick up the Cloak of Agility just for the extra 20% of the crit chance. And he should be able to start hitting people safely and not worry about dying and then his team losing a team fight.
Guardian Angel, very smart purchase out of BJ here. He recognizes that he is what's keeping his team in this game. 6-1-4 on this Varus, 226 CS. He needs to stay alive because if he ends up falling, it is disaster for ESG. On the other side, Automatic needs to respect his positioning in these team fights. Has been able to stay safe for a majority, but if every now and then a little too close for comfort is what spells him and his team a little bit of trouble. Gonna see 80 carry positioning is gonna be very crucial as we approach the 35-minute marker, where death timers start to get a lot longer and your mistakes start to get punished a lot more. ESG gonna secure this bottom turret and equal out the turrets. Gonna see how well ESG defend. Kaiser in the top lane has his teleport up if need be.
And there are some very nice wards, and they are pinging that ward for Kaiser to TP. He will try to back out of vision and try and teleport in behind them.
Elastic Slingshot onto Maltex, but it's not gonna mean much. Always Hostile have to defend on this. If they get hit by a death sentence, that may be what spells doom for them. They look for it, they find it on a target. That's the worst target that they could find as the fight breaks out. Let's Bounce knocks them in. but it's not going to be enough to secure a kill. Though as Maltix tanks up the turret, GPDA Kid not taken out just yet. The health bars are pretty low on the side of ESG as the chain of corruption comes through. 80 carriers are going back and forth as Automatic gets hooked in, flayed in, taken out. It's going to be BJ trying to make the damage happen for his team. A double kill on the side of Drakkar as he gets cleaned up by the remaining members. BJ keeping it alive, so far it's a 2 for 3, and it may as well be more.
They are looking to maybe force down this inhib. The Ahri's able to just pressure them all away with her charm and her orb of deception. They are going to back off and look to clear mid lane. As Varus gets the red buff.
Gonna decide to probably get the dragon as well as top and Ocean. Not gonna do them wonders at this stage of the game, but still a nice takeaway if they so choose to get it now on the side of ESG.
And with the Ocean Drake, that'll keep them alive when they go for these long, drawn-out fights where somebody engages, they just disengage and they get the Ocean Drake healing back. It also allows Varus to have a permanent blue buff to allow him to be able to sit in the back and spam his E.
Indeed, that mana regen going to help out a lot on the side of ESG as they secure their third dragon in the game. Still very close in gold. This game could go either way. We'll see how it pans out. So far, Digital Monster having a great game on Karma, 6-0-5, despite the 29 kills that have happened so far in this game.
With the Baron buff finally timing out, Always Hostile does have that ability to shove waves instantly and look for a pick. But Zach does get a couple crits down and he's chunked to almost half health.
They cannot land the CC in time. Charm and the Death Sentence aren't able to make in time, which means that Drakkar lives to see another day. See where this goes. Baron not up for either team now, but they're both still hovering around the pet. A little bit of a scary situation possibly if you're on the side of ESG against that Zac AoE. They're going to look for an engage here, a pick maybe onto Maltix. He will flash away and not get caught, but it's going to be Jackie Dintel almost in trouble as he gets hit up by the Ruthless Predator. Plastic Slingshot number 2. BJ is on the wrong side of the map. He's going to be able to get out there with the safety of his turret. Very close stuff coming here from both teams. Not able to find the engage that they need to on Always Hostile. They're gonna start to fish out the bot lane.
It was a close attempt for Always Hostile to take out BJ, but it was no cigar.
See how it pans out. One of the riskier turrets in the games to defend. Always Hostile on the push. GPDA needs to find the hook that matters in this fight. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get a pick onto Digital Monster with that Banshee's Veil shield to protect him from an ability like that.
And with that top lane tower pushing in,
they're actually going to look for a pick on Drakkar, knocks him into the team, uses Let's Bounce, but it's not going to matter. 5 men strong, the charm lands, the passive's not up, it will not matter. Drakkar taken out, but at the same time there's the push in the mid lane from Always Hostile. They have a Tristana, they're not afraid to rip through this. They're not going to risk a base race though. So they're going to look for the Baron that's up in 40 seconds, but Always Hostile should have kept pushing. It's still a very aggressive ESG with a Varus that are able to rip through these turrets just as quickly, if not quicker than a Tristana might be able to. Not able to find another turret.
Just
a
a
little bit of
autos on that bot inhibitor tower from the Varus and the Gragas and Thresh combo. It's taken down to 2/3 HP.
Baron up in 8 seconds though. It's surely where the next fight's going to be. Unless there's a pick earlier on here. Death Sentence on a Digital Monster, but there's no extra follow-up. His team's a mile away from him. These fights come down to the smallest detail at this point in the game, really.
with
Renekton.
Baron up and 3 people on ESG recalling, this could be Always Hostile's attempt to try and take it out.
Could be. You have to think whoever wins the next team fight convincingly might as well take the game with that. So far it's just gonna be a dance around the Baron area. Kaisermaw pushing the bottom lane. Lantern comes through, which will help Decadental from getting himself out of trouble.
And with the Renekton still having his TP, he is going to be able to push that bot lane in. And Always Hostile should be looking to take that Baron, since they do have the TP out of Kaiser Maw, who is at this point still a lot stronger than that Irelia. Until Irelia gets that Thorntail, she just won't be as strong as the Renekton.
You know, normally I would say, because you're running double TP on the side of ESG, do like a double split push or something, but it's way too risky at this stage of the game to be having three people mid lane against a Zac, a Karma, and a Taric. A little too risky, even if the split push is answered. Gonna see who manages to win the Baron Dance. Dragon up in 30, so maybe if the dance keeps going on, they could send Animanic or BJ for each team down to that Dragon just to pick it up.
Jack Dental, I think, should have gone to try and force that fight there. With Drakkar being top lane, they knew he was top lane, he does not have TP, and they could have taken that 4v4 with the Irelia coming back in with teleport.
Approaching the 40-minute marker here, teams have strayed away from the Baron pit and now into the Elder Dragon pit. Looks like it's going to be a trade actually that's going in the favor of Always Hostile, I would say, because they're going to be able to get the Baron. They're going to try and rotate back to the pit as quickly as possible. They get the Elder, they have the Dragons. Looks like no way to take it in time. It's going to be the Baron Asher going over to Always Hostile. Flash Hook is not able to land from the side of JBDA Kid, as the rest of Always Hostile are able to get out safely. Who really wins that trade?
ESG, because they do have that triple dragon that will allow them to have a lot more true damage burn. And it'll allow them to sit there and poke harder, but Always Hostile.
They're gonna go for the fight automatically. Let's bounce. Knocks him in. JBDA Kid taken out by automatic. They've hit that stage of the late game where their characters are just way too threatening. A huge Mantra Q takes out the takes as the Elastic Slingshot number 2 comes in, flies in. They're not even able to kill just yet as they knock in BJ. They pop the Guardian Angel. They're going to keep going onwards. A shutdown going over the Digital Monster. Elastic Slingshot number 3 will not be able to find its target, but a massive play on the side of Always Hostile. They find 2.
And they look to be rotating top lane where there is already a very big wave pushing in. The only wave player on ESG is that Ahri, since Varus is not alive when he has the static shift to wave clear.
Indeed, still well more than 25 seconds on VJ. They're going to be able to get this turret and possibly inhibitor if they keep the push strong with that Tristana. These turrets do not stand a chance, but looks like they're going to play it safe. Back off a little bit. Not going to want to go overzealous on the flag. Minions to clear in the bot lane. And they know that the Elder Dragon has a lower timer than the Baron. Baron will be up longer, so they have that advantage. If they just manage to wait it out, they'll definitely win a fight again.
And I believe at this point in the game, if both of the carries get taken out on ESG or even Always Hostile, the game will be over. Both of the carries are the wave clear on both teams.
There's actually a path that I want to touch on here with you. JBDA Kid as a Thorn Mail. Do you think that that's a ideal buy here, or would have a Redemption or something have been better at this stage?
Would have been a lot better, since he could have taken that damage, some damage away from the Varus. But it is helpful when the Tristana does start auto-attacking him where she has to deal with that magic damage, since she has not built a single lifesteal item here.
No, she is not actually, and she won't be able to get any unless she decides to perhaps sell the Static Shiv or Rapid Fire Cannon. We'll see where it goes. Sacrifice of lifesteal for damage. We'll see if it pays off. 43 minutes into this match. 1,000 gold deficit that means nothing at this stage is the only thing separating Always Hostile and ESG from a potential victory here. 5 turrets to 4. Nobody's cracked the base just yet.
And ESG is finally down in gold in this game, and they do catch JBDA.
Elastic Sunshine JPDA knocks him over the wall. A perfect pickup. He will not be able to escape. The kill goes over to Animaniac, and the turret is in perfect position to be taken out. The cards start to fall to pieces for the side of ESG. And Always also keep pushing. It's a 4v5. This might just be the game-winning push.
I believe it is. They have no form of engage, and the Renekton goes in. Zach
They're
does not land
going
the
this
elastic
as well.
slingshot.
Elastic Slingshot doesn't land, but it doesn't matter. The inhibitor is being taken out. And they may well keep pushing with the JBDA kid down for 25 seconds. They're going to look to get another turret here, possibly. Set up the wave. They'll give him time to respawn. Actually going to go in the top half of the map.
Looking to
Careful
just
stuff.
close down this top lane.
There is
but JBDA
one last
is
push
back
here.
up in 5 seconds.
He will be back up for his team, but will he be able to contribute much? The dive from Always Hostile is just too strong as the knockup finds 2, but it's not going to find the kill just
Arson
yet.
does find the 2 people.
We'll see where this goes. GBDA taken out, taken low. The death sentence on to Kaiser Moore. The fight's going in the favor of ESG for only so long. BJ still
not
up.
his hook.
Automatic's
No,
not
the
able to
Morrison's
do
hook.
damage in this fight. Its tits goes down as it's a 2 for 0 in the favor of ESG. They managed to defend their base.
Very clean fight coming out of ESG. They burn some ultimates, but it does give them that safety of we get to keep one of our 3 inhibs alive. And not have to worry about that second super minion wave coming in.
It approaching 45 minutes, definitely more to be held here. Just going to bring up a stat here for everyone. The longest game that we've ever had here in Duo Esports this season has been a 56-minute match, also involving ESG in week 1. We'll see if the game goes anywhere near 56 minutes. We're only 10 minutes away from it, so anything's possible. With only an inhibitor down on the side of ESG, it is recoverable.
It is very recoverable, and I believe the Irelia is maybe building a board to try and be able to burn through the Renekton and the Zac.
Probably
the
by the
frontline
Ruined King.
tanks. But the Renekton is not as tanky as he should be. I don't think he should be getting a Sterix Gauge and a Titanic, because now he's just
going
losing out
for-
one to the,
He can still go for the
gargoyle.
Titanic though, which is an effective tank item.
but he will
I
still
don't-
be losing out on those key resistances, which keep him from getting destroyed in team fights.
Indeed, so looks like they're gonna give the red buff over to Animatic here. Both teams waiting for the other to make a misstep. If you're on the side of Always Hostile, you want a great knockup. And probably the game from that right after. Your ESG are looking to hold, slice and dice. And on towards him, but he does not have that tanky resistances at all. He gets knocked up, hooked up as well. Kaisermore taken low and taken out in the front line before the Tower Goldie can make it to him. The rest of ESG are still healthy as the redemption comes down. We're gonna see how the rest of this piles out. BJ able to deal damage in the backline. JBDA Kid not taken out, but the Monster Q Soulflare able to do enough damage to maybe just make just that happen. So far, it's a 1-for-1 trade as nobody else falls. Low health bars on both sides as ESG have to defend their base.
With
6 slingshot.
with Always Hostile losing one of their 3 tanks.
They're up in health
ESG
bars
will be
though. Always
looking
have
to
to
go
run this one though. Chilling Smite on towards its tits. He's gonna have to keep running away. as they can't chase on anymore. It stays a 1-for-1. They get the inhibitor. They're able to get out. Very close fight though.
With the one of two Nexus towers taking the half health, the fight wasn't as good as they were hoping, but it was still pretty strong, and ESG is looking to take that Baron with the pings going on there.
They have to be careful though with 2 inhibitors down, and crucially that bottom lane inhibitor still not having its inhibitor back up. They have to be careful. If they were to go and contest the Baron, it is up and it is live. 48 minutes into this match. The worst thing that could happen for either teams here is a possible pick. Decky Dintel in a little bit of a scary situation. Will be able to get out with the cover. His team does find the body slam. The lantern's right there. A little risky taking it. Is able to find it as the members of Always Hostile cannot block it in time.
But instead, Irelia decides to lose the longsword and gets the Spectre's cowl. Maybe looking to get a Spirit Massage, or maybe even the Abyssal Mask, so that way the Ari and the Gragas do a little bit more damage, especially
Always
the Gragas when he dives into
for
the
a pick.
backline.
At the Baron, but BSG say we're not gonna fight, we're not gonna wait it, we're just gonna go right down the mid lane, take the turret. Another lantern comes through from JBDA Kid. 49 minutes in. Kaiser Mars gonna look for a flank though. He has to be real careful though. That Renekton can get blown up to pieces as Elastic Slingshot finds 3 men. Let's bounce, looks beautiful. That might have just been the game-winning fight. For Always Hostile as they keep on pushing. So far it's a 3-for-0 in favor of Always Hostile. That's probably gonna be the game as well. As a game-winning Elastic Slingshot combo from Jakar finds them the game. They're gonna keep on pushing. 50-second plus death timers for ESG. I don't think JBDA and Maltix can defend against 5 men strong of Always Hostile. They're ignoring the turrets. They're going straight for the win. Maybe a few more kills here to polish the KDAs.
They will just be ending the game here. Maltix's TP not coming in until the fight was already over. Potentially
Indeed.
did throw that game away.
And that's going to be the game going over to Always Hostile. They pick themselves up a win. Oh, very well played.
Victory.
50 minutes in. Close stuff coming in here. Very rough as well. Let's look at the damage stats for that. I'm going to say that Digital Monster was probably leading.
It was Digital
for
Monster
his team,
by
yes.
just almost 2,000 damage. But the
Over
Varus with the
Animaniac.
highest damage in the game
BJ doing work
definitely
for
has
his
to be
team.
a little salty about that game, as they were ahead almost the whole game.
Indeed, Always Hostile able to win with their comp advantage really here. Let's talk MVP of the game here. Who do you really think deserves it? For me, it's going to be Digital Monster in a game where there is so much back and forth action. There's what, like 40 kills or something plus. He has a 909 score. He's up in CS 279. Not the greatest for 50 minute standards, but still was able to contribute to these fights and make just damage happen. Stayed solid in position. Did what he needed to do. What do you say?
I think it might actually go to Drakkar with those several 2-3 man let's bounces, bringing them back into his team and allowing them to insta-burst them. My MVP vote does go to Drakkar.
I'll actually agree with that. He had the game-winning knock-up that he needed for his team. Constantly family engages. 5-4-16 on this Zac player right now. Definitely what his team needed to win the game. Digital Monster, if we could give runner-ups, we would give runner-ups. But I think we're both going to agree that it actually is Drakkar. Made the plays that his team needed. He gets MVP of the game.
That I have to agree with.
Yes.
The amount of tanking the amount of damage that he took was more than anybody else in the game. Say Gragas, who was only 1,000 damage short of being the better tank. Or not even
look at the
1,000,
damage.
it was a little, almost 300 damage.
He took the
in between.
most damage in the game for his team. Took 49k, almost 50k damage. That's about 1,000 damage he tanks a minute for his team. if we look at it from game to damage taken. But all in all, is always also managed to pick up one of their first victories in the Super Week with a 50-minute match. We're going to be taking a 50-minute worth break. No, we're not actually.
No,
We're going to take
we'll
a
be back
50-second break.
bit.
We'll be back in just a bit. As upcoming soon will be Never Back Down
and
take on Enemy United.
Yep.
Can they shut down the running Enemy United? Currently 3-0. Looking to make it undefeated in Super Week. Find out.